They say the Australian bush keeps its secrets, and some secrets refuse to be uncovered. Among the rivers, billabongs, and swamps, stories have traveled for centuries, whispered from one generation to the next, carried on the wind and in the silence of the night. Some of these stories speak of the unusual, some speak of the dangerous, and some speak of something far older, something that defies explanation. They call it the Bunyip, a creature older than memory, a guardian of the water holes, a shadow lurking where humans rarely tread. Long before the first European settlers set foot on this land, the Bunyip already haunted the imaginations of the continent's first people. Across the diverse language groups of Aboriginal Australia, it was called Kianprati, Mulyawank, Wowi, Wowie. Names changing from place to place, but the essence remaining the same. It was a spirit to be feared, a warning for children never to stray near deep water after nightfall. For the Bunyip watched, silent, patient, and eternal. Descriptions vary depending on who you ask. Some say it has a long, sinuous neck, like a serpent gliding through reeds. Others speak of dark, glistening eyes reflecting the moonlight in a way that chills the soul. Some say it has webbed feet, powerful claws, even feathers. A creature born from a world wilder, stranger, and far more unforgiving than ours. The Bunyip was never just a monster. It was a presence, a memory of the bush, alive in every ripple of water, in every whispering wind, in every shadow under the moonlight. Act 2. First encounters, settlers and skepticism. When European settlers arrived, they laughed at the stories. Superstition, folklore, tales to scare children. Yet the land had its own plans. By 1818, explorer Hamilton Hume recorded strange tracks near Lake Bathurst. They were deep, unusually large, and unlike anything he had seen before. Tracks pressed into the mud as though something immense had walked under the cover of night. By the 1840s, newspapers began to chronicle sightings. In 1845, a skull believed to belong to a Bunyip was displayed publicly in Sydney. Its form was described as impossible, part seal, part bird, with jaws capable of crushing bone. People traveled miles just to see it. Weeks later, it vanished. Rumor says it was lost to water. Others whispered of something older watching, waiting. Farmers across the countryside told stories too. Strange, low bellows that echoed over swamps. Livestock disappearing without a trace. Footprints leading straight into water holes, only to vanish beneath the surface. One of the most detailed accounts came from William Buckley, a European man who had lived with Aboriginal people for over 30 years. He described a creature covered in feathers, standing like a dog, yet moving like a seal, sliding silently through the water, its eyes studying him as much as he studied it. Act 3. Evidence and theories. Newspapers chronicled these encounters with fascination and fear. In 1847, the Geelong Advertiser reported settlers hearing strange cries near a swamp. The Bunyip, they said, was responsible for missing cattle. By 1852, a herd of cattle disappeared near the Murrumbidgee River. The tracks led directly into the water, where they abruptly ended. Locals swore it had claimed them. Skeptics argued misidentified animals, natural hazards. But the stories persisted. By the 1870s, shepherds and stockmen in northern Victoria reported seeing massive forms gliding through misty swamps, accompanied by strange, echoing sounds. Remarkably, these accounts were consistent even across hundreds of kilometers. Scientists tried to rationalize the Bunyip. Some believed the sightings were of giant freshwater seals that had wandered inland. Others speculated it might be a remnant of prehistoric species like the Diprotodon, massive marsupials that roamed Australia thousands of years ago. Yet none of these explanations accounted for the eerie sounds, the vanishing livestock, or the repeated reports from Aboriginal and European witnesses alike. Through the 20th century, the Bunyip remained a fixture of folklore. Fishermen along the Murray River, campers near the Gippsland lakes, all reported shadows moving silently through the water too large for ordinary animals. Glowing eyes watching, waiting. Psychologists and folklorists suggest stories like the Bunyip endure because they instill caution, respect, and wonder. They remind humans of the unpredictability of nature and the limits of our understanding. To Aboriginal people, it was a spiritual lesson, a guardian of sacred waters. To European settlers, it was fear and fascination, a creature that blurred the line between myth and reality. Detailed recounting of Aboriginal stories from multiple regions. Individualized modern sightings, first-hand quotes from fishermen, bushwalkers. Cinematic descriptions of swamps, rivers, billabongs to immerse viewers. Folklore versus science debates, deep dives into skeptic versus believer arguments. The Bunyip in popular culture, including literature, newspapers, Aboriginal art. Psychological and symbolic analysis of why the legend persists. Repeated suspense peaks every 2 to 3 minutes to retain viewer attention. ACE-T4, modern sightings and unexplained encounters. Campers near the Murray River report sudden water ripples, a shadow sliding just below the surface. Fishermen see eyes glowing faintly in the dark. Multiple modern accounts confirm that the Bunyip legend is alive, not just history. Some sightings are fleeting. Others leave footprints that vanish like smoke in mud. The mystery deepens with each generation. Experts debate misidentified animals, prehistoric remnants, cultural memory. But none can explain the patterns, consistency, and intensity of reports. The Bunyip endures not just as a creature, but as a symbol. It reminds us of the power of nature, the unseen dangers of deep water, and the consequences of disrespect. It connects Aboriginal and settler stories spanning centuries and cultures. It teaches caution, awe, and respect, lessons humanity often forgets. Act 6. Final Haunting. Even today, the Bunyip waits, deep in the billabongs hidden under reeds, watching silently, a guardian of secrets older than memory. Some mysteries are not meant to be solved. Some creatures are not meant to be tamed. The Bunyip endures, a shadow in the water, a ripple in the reeds, a story older than time itself, waiting for the next soul who dares to enter its domain.